Well, hey, good morning, everybody. It is Nugget of Truth time with Pastor Matt. Not time, N-O-T, not time with Pastor Matt. And today's nugget is number 34 from the little brown notebook. Number 34. God blesses whomever he chooses. God blesses whomever he chooses. I need to work and pray hard, but ultimately, whatever success I have is really up to him and his sovereign will. I can take no credit or blame. Wow. We are responsible to do our best. But ultimately, I think you could make a pretty strong argument that our success, or even our failure, if you ever define it that way, is ultimately up to God. That last line, don't put too much weight. I can take no credit or blame. We need to work hard, obviously, and we need to pray diligently for the things we want to see just accomplished in our own lives, whether it be work or ministry or whatever that thing is, but ultimately, a lot of it is really up to God. And the only analogy I could think of this morning is think about all the small business people who have really poured their heart and soul into building a successful ministry, and then over the last 6-8 weeks, just to see it really decimated in some respects of no fault of their own. And there is, I hate to use the word fate, but there is a sovereignty, and a lot of life is out of our control, and a lot of it is in our control. One of the reasons I do these nuggets, it forces me to get out of the house. I could pre-record them, and and it'd be a little bit easier, and I could sleep in, but it forces me. So I left the house like at 7 something this morning, and so all that to say, it does take some effort on our part, and we do need to work hard, and we do need to pray diligently, but a lot of life circumstances are out of our control, and so we all can do our part, but ultimately, it's God who's going to be responsible. Then I remembered the little sign right here. I think it's on the camera. Harvest is not about effort, but grace. And as I pastor this church plant, and I want to work diligently in big areas and even the small things. Here at the building, we're painting the room where we store the chairs. And I thought, is it silly to paint a room that nobody's going to see? But there's a diligence even in something like that being a good steward of this building. I really want to be a good steward for what God has given to us, even if that means painting a room that hardly anybody's going to see. But ultimately, and it takes some of the pressure off, that our job is just to do our best, and ultimately God will be responsible for the outcome of how it works. And that means you just can't sleep in, you can't be lazy, you just can't slouch your way through life and expect to reap all kinds of blessings. We need to do our part, but there's a balance there between the sovereignty of God, which takes the pressure off in a lot of different ways, and it acknowledges our own limitations, and it also makes us lean into God way more intentionally when we realize there's only so much control we have in life. So, all right. Well, thanks again for your time this morning, and have a great day. God bless.